What up? Self-love, the best love you'll ever experience. And honestly, it's the realest love you'll ever experience. It's the most unconditional love you'll ever experience. It's the most important. I don't know if I said that before, but it's the most important love that you will experience. But guess what? Some people won't experience it. That's right. Some people will not ever experience self-love. Sometimes I feel like God tries to isolate us so we can't experience this. But people cling on to narcissists and liars and shit like that. So I don't know what to say. You know, a lot of people say no relationship is perfect. And that's true. No person is perfect, so therefore no relationship is perfect. But what if you were somebody that didn't expect perfection? And what if you were somebody that put up with a lot of shit to the point that maybe you just don't have the energy to love no more like that? Maybe you just want to just live. See, when you really experience self-love, you're not going to rush and just be with anybody just because you want to be with somebody. I've seen too many people fall by the sword by clinging onto people because they're scared to be alone because they don't have self-love. I'm not saying to walk out on somebody as soon as they fuck up. You shouldn't. But the cheating and all that other shit, they cheating on you, you cheating on them, all that shit, man. Anybody who putting up with that shit is because they lack love for themselves. And they probably truly have not experienced self-love. If they did, they would not put up with it. There's no way that you will, because you love yourself more than that person or the situation. Period, point blank. Some people are just in bad situations to where they need somebody. They can't leave because they got a kid by somebody or something like that. No, you can't leave the girl because you're not focusing on you. You're focusing on women all the time. So now you gotta have a relationship with a woman. Not because you want her, because you ain't got no choice. It's all about survival. Some people ask all the time, are you ever going to get a girlfriend? I don't know, probably not. Not the way women are set up. And it ain't about them being perfect. I'm not the guy that's saying, damn that shit, man. I can't see shit. Let me go ahead and turn this shit on. I'm not the dude that be out here looking for models and all this and all that. I don't look for that. I don't even... A lot of dudes have way less offer than me and be looking for way more women. So people gotta understand that it don't be always about somebody looking for some perfect person or thinking they're perfect. A lot of it is just they love themselves, so they're not going to settle. Plain and simple. You're not going to settle. What can settle mean? For some people, it's looks and all this other shit that really, in a way, matter, but not really. But to some of us, it's more or less that I'm not going to settle for a woman having wandering eyes for other men and wanting to flirt with other men and wanting to be in charge and tell me what to do and all this other shit. Or always wanting everything her way type shit. Or just never been happy, never appreciated, that type of shit. Unfortunately, I've made myself happier single than I've ever had in relationships. So until I see someone make me just as happy as I am single in a relationship, then why would I do it? Not only that, some people are drained. Sometimes it's not even about people, it's about you being drained. Meaning you just don't have the desire. You just don't, you see so much, you see so many people getting cheated on and lied to and all this other shit, and if a man don't do this, he can't take me on a date or speak to me, and all this other stuff that the gang got going on. It make you not even want to deal with that shit. You want to live a life. You want to live a life giving up their peace to try to get a female or a male if you're a female. If you're a female watching, you want to live that life. A lot of women living a life unhappy as fuck over some guy. It ain't worth it. It just ain't worth it, man. I've been there and done it. You think you're gonna die without a person. Man, fuck that. If you're not careful, that person's gonna cause you to die. Facts. If you're not careful, that person gonna cause you to die. The same person you think you're gonna die without, if you're not careful, that person gonna cause you to die. I'm just telling y'all the truth, man. You don't need a relationship to make yourself happy. In fact, you're supposed to find this self-love shit before you get in a relationship, because if you don't, people are not really going to make you, you're not going to be satisfied. You're just not. It's not going to be enough. I don't care how perfect they are. It's not going to be enough. A lot of y'all, that's bullshit, because when somebody love me, when I'm not without him, he's my rock and I feel like I'm going to die and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you feel like you're going to die because you never experienced self-love. That's why you feel like you're going to die. I could get with a woman right now and really fall in love with a girl, and then if she walk out of my life, yeah, it'll hurt, but I'm not going to feel like I'm going to die. Oh, shit, I better go get her. Even though she slept with this guy, I'm going to simp like a bitch. No, it's not going to happen because I love myself now. I know what it feels like to love myself now. A lot of people say they love themselves, but they really don't. They really don't. When women play games, want to leave you on red or whatever the fuck they be doing. Self-love, you don't give a fuck. When you love yourself, you don't give a fuck about what games you play. When you love yourself, you know you the best. You know she can't do better than you. So let her go ahead and play her game. Who's she hurting? You or her? Not you. She ain't hurting you. If you handling your business as a man and you got all this shit going on, she ain't hurting you. Because sooner or later, you're bound to get a girl. Maybe not. It's possible. But there's a good chance that you're going to and they're going to be salty as fuck. It is what it is. Nothing they can do about it. They chose who they chose. Live with it. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? That person's better than you. Or in their eyes, that guy's better than me. So go with that guy. Don't worry about me. He better than me. He better than me. He better than me. But we going, when it's all said and done, Mayweather voice. When it's all said and done, they was B level. I'm going to be A level when it's all said and done. You know what I mean? I don't care about the feelings or their opinions. Why? Because I have self-love. How they feel towards me has no effect on how I feel towards me. This is why a lot of women who need attention and shit like that, and the man don't want them, and they need a man's attention and validation and shit, they feel ugly and everything else. Why? Because they don't love themselves. They need these men to make them feel loved. It's the same thing with men, vice versa, for real, but it's really bad on women because they're emotional, and women are designed in a way to need men more than men need them. But you gotta break up out of that. And the only way you can break up out of that is by self-love. You might have to become single. You might have to leave the narcissistic person alone to become. Man, why is everybody pulling over? This is crazy shit right here, dog. Knew I should have just stayed home. What the fuck is this? Let me show y'all some shit. Look at this shit. Look at that shit, bro. Look at that shit. Man, I'd rather be in my, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'd rather be in my semi right now. Fuck, this car, you know, it can hydroplane. Even though it ain't sunny, I ain't complaining. I'm on 75 doing 25 hydroplane. Nah, for real though, man. Look, man, God is God, man. God is great. That's all, like Kobe said. I don't care about what a woman, I don't care, man. Who cares if you don't like me or you don't, I just don't care. Who cares if you got a relationship? Who cares if you don't got this or that? What do you do? What do you got? Be thankful for what do you got. What you do got, my bad. Be thankful for what you do got. Stop worrying about what you don't got. That's another sign of people lacking self-love. Another sign is drinking, smoking. I'm not saying a person don't love themselves because of that, but I feel like a lot of times, from my experience, the reason why I had to smoke and all that, because I felt down and sad and shit when I wasn't high and drunk. So a person can't say that I'm just judging or speaking words just because I got lips. No, I'm a sober person now. But back then, drinking, smoking, you always needed it. It was hard as hell to break that habit. You know what I mean? But now I have the self-love, dog. This is my high. This is my high. You know what I mean? People gonna turn their back on you, do you wrong. Who cares, man? Who cares? In the end, it's gonna be their loss, not yours. In the end, it's their loss. What can you do about it? And a lot of them gonna hate you for what they did. They turn their back on you and hate you because you didn't crumble down and fold like a bitch. Why would I? Why would I? I'm the best man on earth. Ain't no folding to me. Ain't no hurting me. Ain't no hurting me. Because of self-love. Something that y'all all need to experience, man. And once you experience it, you're going to know what I'm talking about. It's going to all make sense. It might be lonely sometimes because you got to walk away. You got to discard people and all that because they full of shit. Some of them will discard themselves. But when it's all said and done, you're still going to be focusing on yourself. You're still going to be able to live a great life. You still going to be on an island somewhere. While they in a relationship arguing with a narcissistic person, cheating on them and shit. That's their choice. They didn't want to leave the situation. Why? Because they didn't have self-love. People stay in toxic situations because they don't love themselves enough to walk away. Because they feel like the person that they're with is the one that makes them feel like they love themselves and care about themselves. So the moment they argue or break up with that person, they no longer care about themselves. The moment they break up and argue with the little girlfriend or boyfriend they got, now they suicidal, I'm mad. And it's natural to be mad if you argue with your girl or your dude or whatever, right? But you're not gonna, if it gets to the point that you gotta choose them or you're gonna choose you. It's just that simple. Yes, relationships aren't perfect, none of them, because people aren't perfect. But a lot of that stuff, man, it ain't worth dealing with. It just ain't worth dealing with. Especially like you let shit slide and let shit slide, and they tend to think once you let shit slide that they can get away with more shit. Dog, I've seen way too much shit in life happen to me not to be able to handle drama that comes with relationships. But that don't mean I gotta put up with it when it's some shit that I feel like, nah, this person just, they just out of line. At some point, it becomes disrespect. You gotta figure out, it's a thin ass line between leaving them alone and relationships aren't perfect. It's a thin ass line. And you still gonna question yourself. Here's how crazy this shit is. You can catch them cheating and everything, red-handed. And you still gonna question yourself and question if they even cheated. Happened. A lot of people act like they didn't see it. Like, I ain't see that. They question themselves or if they should leave the person. All this other shit. Well, what if I leave them? What if they find somebody else? When in reality, they find somebody else. They just gonna cheat on them. And a lot of people get cheated on and think it's never gonna happen again. I've been there, I've done it. Oh, they ain't gonna cheat again. That was that time and I caught them, so they learned their lesson and they scared now. They'll never cheat again. Stop it, man. They're gonna do it again as soon as the opportunity presents itself. Only ones I say maybe, and I ain't gonna say that, but I do feel like a female will regret it. It's possible. Like if she never did it before or some shit, it's possible. But men ain't regret that shit for sure, man. Maybe, like if they lost a girl or some shit and he finally got her back, it's possible. But most of the time, man, when people cheat, they gonna do that shit again. It's just a matter of time. Once they feel they really got you back, then they gonna take advantage of that again because they did it before. You don't gotta believe me. Oh, they won't cheat again. Okay, well, I already been through this before. So many times. So many times. So why would I trade in a peaceful life why would I trade in a peaceful life of coming home, peace, no arguing, all that, extra money, all this shit, just to get with a female? Now, if a woman is great and a good woman, then great. But what if she's not? Why would I trade in all that or rush and go get a girl? Because most women don't even want you. They want a certain guy they got a baby by, or a certain guy that's been hurting them and playing them. Most women do not want the man that treats them right. Let's be real about it. And the ones that do treat them right, they start to get wandering eyes. They start to want to fuck other people. I'm just telling y'all the truth. And men do it too. So I might as well throw that in there too. It ain't just females. This is what relationships be. People get bored of you and they want somebody else. Do you really want to go through that shit? I don't think I do. So if I don't see this girl singing like TLC, and I don't see that type of energy coming from her, then I'm not going to deal with it. You're not about to pick me because he didn't want you. I'm the best. I can't find nothing another man got that I don't got. Total package. So why would I settle for a woman who don't see that for whatever fucking reason? I'm not settling for shit. Why? I didn't work this hard just to settle. This is what men do. Women do it too. When you have self-love, you don't gotta settle. I don't care if I never have another girlfriend again. I've already experienced it. And I thank them women for that experience, because it made me the dog that I am. It made me hungry. It made me to the point that I can't be stopped. All they did was make me feel like I gotta go harder. I was already going hard, but that's embalming fluid. So I have to thank them. I don't hate them. I gotta thank them. Because without them, I wouldn't be who I am. If they didn't do the shit they did, and I'm not innocent, but if they didn't do the shit they did, I would not be who I am. If I didn't see women doing the shit that they're doing to other men, you know, I wouldn't be, I would not be who I am, because it makes me focus on, all right, just focus on you. Damn, another YouTube video of a female or a male cheating on each other. I focus on you, Twan. Fuck that love shit. And not only that, people don't even choose the people. People don't even choose the people that they should choose anyway. Let's be real about it. How many times do you really see somebody pick somebody they should pick? It's rare, man. Usually when you have good intentions, they don't want to fuck with that. They might for a second, but you know the devil always going to throw his little bag of tricks. That's woman or man. That's woman or man. This is what people deal with. Just because you're married or whatever the case, don't mean you safe. The devil's still lurking. He's here to steal, kill, and destroy. And it's a constant battle. And if your partner don't understand that on an everyday basis, and they start to feel like they're not happy no more and this and that, then this is what you get. You get lying and cheating and all this other shit. Why would I want to deal with that if I'm happy? Don't make sense to me. Unless a woman comes in my life and makes me just as happy, I don't see no point. That shit is hard as fuck to break away from when you know they cheating and lying and shit, and you still trying to find a way to leave them alone. I'm not doing that shit no more. That shit is not, man, that shit is not for the weak. Anybody who's been through it knows how it is. Why would I want to risk that? And all I gotta do, and it ain't just me personally, all I gotta do is look on YouTube or social media, and I see it every day. Another person, another woman or man, fucking arguing and fighting and cheating and shit. Why would I want to deal with that, man? I'm just sorry. Why would I? It don't make sense to me, man. When you love yourself, you're not going to stay in that bullshit, narcissistic bullshit relationship. Or you're not going to rush and be with people. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, people. Most people, like this, people break up, their ex get with somebody, and they feel they got to hurry up and get with somebody. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I want my ex to be mad. And, man, I don't give a fuck if I don't have a woman for 20 years. Or if I'm not in a relationship with a woman for 20 years. I don't give a fuck what my ex thinks. Because I'm still going to become a better man. I don't need the woman, even though that's going to be the icing on the cake that's going to hurt their feelings. But because they feel like they've been replaced, but they have been replaced. I didn't need a woman to replace their love or so-called love, whatever, their spot. I didn't need a woman to do that. All I needed was me and self-improvement in God. That's all you need. But instead, people go out and try to find women and men, or they won't leave a toxic relationship because they think they got to have somebody else first. It's about you. It's not about them. Once the relationship becomes a problem, it's not about y'all no more or them. It's about you. But when you don't have that self-love, you feel like I'm gonna die if I'm not with them type shit. You know, I can't eat and all this and all that. Like I said though, trooper. Like I said though, this motherfucker starting to creep too. Like I said, man, when you have self-love, it's not that it doesn't hurt when you have to leave a person that you care about or whatever. It just doesn't hurt as bad. You're still able to function. I'm still able to go to the gym. Like, not saying that I just broke up with somebody, but let's just say from my first experience of leaving to my last one, the first one I couldn't eat or nothing. Kind of wish I was like that right now. You know, I could lose a little bit, just a little bit of weight before the end of the summer, but nah, for real, I couldn't eat none of that shit. Because you think you can't live without somebody because you have not experienced loving yourself. When you love yourself, I'm just trying to figure out where that trooper at, that's all. When you love yourself, okay, a woman left me. So, okay, she fucked her, she don't want me, she want another guy. So, it's not gonna stop me. They gonna look back and say, damn, this motherfucker got $1 million now. And he's still talking smart and he ain't drinking and smoking and destroying his life. Damn. And a lot of them will try to come back around and hurt you. But they don't realize that you've been through so much that little shit ain't gonna hurt me. It's not gonna hurt me, man. I don't give a fuck what they say or what they try to do. They not gonna hurt me because of self-love and God. As long as I got self-love and God, there's nothing nobody else can do to hurt me or move me off my square. It's not gonna happen. Same thing you need to get. You need to get God and your self-love. I'm not saying leave your relationship, but people know when they really don't want to be there, but they just there. You know who you are or what it is, because I've been there too. Sometimes you just need to leave and love yourself, man, and experience that for a while. Make it about you for a while. That's what I'm doing. I'm making it about me right now, because I made it about everybody else, and look what happens. You get shit on. And at the end of the day, you get cheated on or lied to or just disrespected on a high level. You know what I mean? So fuck that. I'm gonna make it about myself for a while for once. And if somebody comes in my life that makes me think differently than that, then fine. But until I see that, no. The same women that try to get your attention and then you give them attention, oh, I don't want it, I didn't want it, I was just playing. Nobody got time for that childish ass shit. Go over there with them guys. This is why I don't shoot my shot at a woman. She gonna have to come to me. And most of them will come to you, but then they'll do that bullshit once they see that, oh, he's interested. Let me play my little game and act like I don't like him now. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's because most men out here are weak and they have not experienced self-love. That's why these women think they can run over y'all. They can't run over me. They gotta come correct. She gotta come like a grown-ass woman to fuck with me. But the benefits will be grown man benefits if she does succeed at fucking with me. But all that childish shit, nah. You want to speak to me? Speak like a grown-ass woman. None of that bullshit. I'm going to put this little laughing out loud in his inbox. No, none of that. Be a grown woman and speak. If not, then what are you doing? Because you're not hurting me with your little games. You know the games they run. It works on them men, but it don't work on me because I have game. So your little games don't work because I have game. I know the game. And it terrifies a lot of females because some females feel like, well, if he knows all the game, then I can't get any type of advantage on him at all. And you don't need an advantage on the right guy because he's not out to do you wrong. A lot of females think they need this game tactic bullshit because they used to dealing with men who play games and hurt them and shit. So they feel like the only way they have a chance at surviving with a man in a relationship is to play the game. Because they don't want to pick the right guy that's just a stand-up, straight-up guy. Because that's boring. Oh, no, he's not toxic. So, I don't want that. That's another thing. It's like you got to be some toxic-ass dude to be attractive in most cases. Like, you could be an attractive dude, right? But that's not enough. Attraction, there's a difference. You could be attractive. What about attraction? Most women want you to be toxic, plain and simple. I'm not about to lower my vibration to be attractive to you. No, fuck that. Go over there and deal with them, and I'm going to just live my life and be happy. Don't need no woman to be happy. Because every time I tried to be happy with a female, guess what? I ended up not happy. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I ended up not happy. And that's not I'm not trying to shit on females, because I'm sure there's women out there that make men happy. You gotta be the right one. But unfortunately, I don't think I've had that experience. So, and I don't think I really care if I do, to be honest. I don't have no desire to, let me find a wife. You can't. You can't. So all this, why aren't you this with this, why aren't you got a girl? Man, you can't fuck. You ain't got no control over that. Unless you just gonna pick anybody. And we know how that happens. And we know how that ends when you just pick anybody. So go ahead, not me. If God wanted me to be with a girl so bad, then one, I would be with a girl and she would like me. I would like her back. So until then, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about something I do not have. People don't have arms and legs, and I'm worried about a female? Come on, man. No. I just want to be happy. Self-love is the best happiness you're going to experience. Nobody else can give you this. But you've been lied to, and now you believe that if you break up with the narcissist, I'm going to die and I can't eat and this and that, because you believe that the narcissist is the one that makes you happy, because you've allowed that to happen. You didn't try to make yourself happy. This is why a lot of people feel like when they break up with somebody, they feel ugly, or somebody don't like them, or something like that, or somebody not telling them they look good or something. They feel ugly. Because how they feel about themselves is based off of how other people feel about them. And that's a serious problem. That shit don't happen when you have self-love. I don't give a fuck if you chose him or not. He's not better than me. But if you don't have self-love, man, the height, the cars, this is what it is. Oh, that's why you're not getting women. No, you're not getting women because they don't want to choose you for whatever reason. But that don't mean that you're not better than the people they choosing. How many times have you chose a woman that wasn't as good as probably that one? And you know that one probably was better, but you still chose that one. You think women don't do the same shit? Of course they do. They know, I shouldn't pick him, but I'm going to do it anyway because of comfort or whatever the fuck. Or he benefits me more. He fits my agenda more. You don't, so bye. A lot of them ain't even looking for love. A lot of people are not looking for love. They got agendas. And y'all want people to rush and hurry up and be in relationships and shit? For what? Look around you. Look on YouTube. Man, I don't know when the right girl is the right girl. I don't know. I ain't worried about it. I am not worried about it. Why? Me not worried about, look, it's sad, but it's the truth. Every time I'm single, my life plateaus even way more. It's a sad truth. So until I see a situation to where it's worth dealing with, why would I? Why? People can say what they want. Shame me all you want and whatever the case. Who was there when I was shooting in the gym? I'm just wondering. Where are they at? Where was they at? Nah, they was over there with him or him or him or him. So keep that same energy. People get tired of, well, I gotta wait in line after she's done with him. I'm not doing that shit. Because he's not better than me. So why the fuck would I wait in line for a guy that's not better than me? I know he's not better than me. I feel like, no, man, it's better than me. Period. Call it cocky or whatever you want. Why would I wait in line? Why? Because you don't know if he's better than me? That's your problem. But you're going to find out in the end. A lot of the men that they are not picking, they're going to regret. Like, I should have chose him. Or I should have chose him. But instead, I chose him. And a lot of that happens. This is why a lot of women and men choose the wrong one. Because of lack of self-love. How's this corresponding with self-love? Because when you love yourself, you're going to look for characteristics in a person that show that they love you too. And anything other than that, you're not going to settle for. But if you don't love yourself, red flags all over this motherfucker, and you still going to give this motherfucker a chance. He cheated on you, and you still going to go back to him because you don't love yourself. That's what it all boils down to. Everybody, I love God, God this, God that. So when the narcissist did what he did and God exposed him or her, why didn't you walk with God? Why'd you go back and cling to the narcissist again? So they can cheat on you again and lie to you again and do whatever else they did again. Because it's coming. I don't care how much they make it seem like, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. If they did it once, what's going to stop them from doing it again? Nothing. What, you leaving? Obviously, that's not going to happen because you would have did it. The only consequence to these people when they do you dirty like that is to lose you. That is their consequence. If you stay and try to make it work and all that, there's no consequence. So why the fuck would they do differently and be better? They're not. Get over it. You want to stay? Go ahead. But I'm telling you right now, the only option is to leave. Stop worrying about because everybody got somebody. Yeah, everybody got somebody, but that don't mean they happy. That don't mean they happier than you. A single person that's peaceful ain't got to worry about cheating. People lying on you, cheating on you, and using you and shit. How is relationships better than that? They don't. And I'm not saying every relationship is bad because you got some that are cool, but most of them, nah, it's bullshit. Most of them are bullshit. You got women saying that we're going to play around with the bad boys and then later we get the relationship material guy. So if you're a relationship material guy, you're getting picked after she gets used. Most women think this way. Not all, but most. And some men, I'm going to fuck everybody and then I'm going to pick my girl in the end. So it goes both ways. It's not just a female. A lot of dudes got a girlfriend, but they really want a model. That, to me, if I was a woman, I don't want that. Fuck that. Go get your model. Get out of my face. If I was a female, I want a guy that thinks I'm the model. I'm not settling for nothing less. So therefore, until I see a woman acting like TLC towards me, she doesn't exist. Why? Because I have more than enough to make her happy. If she can't see it, that's her blind fault. Go deal with him or him or him. I'm not about to convince you. The right woman does not need to be convinced that I'm him. She sees it. So why would I have to think that he didn't apply pressure? You ain't applying pressure. Why would I apply pressure to something that doesn't want my pressure? You're over there worried about him. I know what it's like when a woman really like you. It ain't no excuses. It's only excuses when she doesn't really want you. The more she don't want you, the more you got to do to make her want you. You can apply that if you're a female, vice versa. But the problem with the female is the man gonna act like he like the girl and flirt and all this other shit just to fuck. So that's why women, it's hard for them to pick the right guy, to be honest. It ain't all their fault, man. But that don't give them an excuse. But it would be harder as a woman because you got every option in the world in your face and they don't even want to fuck with you. They just want to fuck you. Now, as a man, you don't have a whole bunch of options in your face that don't really want you. You know, if a woman don't really want you, she walk right past your ass. Unless the only way you have a problem with this as a man is if, like I said, you got a lot of money, celebrity status. Then, yeah, you are like, your celebrity status and money becomes the so-called vagina curse, because the vagina is a gift and a curse. So I get it why women struggle, man. But, you know, a woman needs to get that self-love in there. That way, if the dude does, if she picked wrong, she'll be able to walk away instead of letting the man damage her even more. Think about it. A woman could have walked away from the narcissist, lying cheater, but instead, stay. Now you got a kid by it. Now you really stuck. Even if you do walk away later, it's going to be harder for you to attract a better guy because of him. Because you did not, well, really because of you, because you didn't walk away, but because of him too. If you had self-love, you would have walked away the moment that motherfucker cheated. You would not go back. God showed you, look what he did. This is what he's doing, all right? Now, do you believe me, the Most High God, or you going to go back and believe the devil's lie again that this guy loves you and he'll never hurt you or cheat on you? That was a lie from the devil from the beginning. What happened? Dude cheated. Dude did this or that. The same guy that convinced you that he wouldn't do this or that did this or that. The devil's lie. And then God shows you the truth versus the devil's lie. What do? You go back to the narcissist and believe the devil's lie instead of what the Most High God showed you. So why should God even keep helping you if you're just going to keep doing this? Every time if God shows us something, we don't take heed to it. Why would God bother? Why? You don't listen. People don't listen to God, man. And that's why a lot of people's lives are in a bad position. Well, if God cared and this or that, he did care. You didn't listen. That's the problem. People don't listen. God didn't tell you not to quit that job. You did. You wanted to go out and party last night. That ain't had nothing to do with God. Matter of fact, God probably told you, you got to get up in the morning, man. Don't go out and party tonight. You didn't listen. But you want to blame it on God. You got 3 kids. You should have learned from that first mistake. But you want to blame it on God. Now, granted, men lie and shit, I get it, man, but you got to watch the signs that God has given you, man, and stop believing the devil, because remember, the devil's, and it's not all our fault, because the devil's clever as fuck, man. He's smooth, man. It's easy to be deceived by the devil, man. The more you know, the more clever the motherfucker get. So I'm not just saying that accidents don't happen and mistakes don't happen, but do people ever pay attention to the signs that are being shown that they can learn from? Or do they just run back and do dumb shit again? I don't know. And now I'm pissed because I left and came back home and now it's nice out. I could have stayed where I was at. But I thought the day was over. Like, man, this is about to be bad. That's all right. I'm going to find something else to do. Well, I'm going to let y'all go, man. Stop believing the devil and his lies, man. And stop, and like I said, man, a lot of women, let's just say this, a lot of women can't, and a lot of men too, a lot of men don't understand why they like whores, and a lot of women don't understand why they like so-called bad dudes, right? When you start to love yourself, the more you love yourself, the more you're going to not like those characteristics of because of the way they move and how they are towards you. For instance, if a woman plays games in my inbox or whatever the case may be, loving myself is not going to allow me to deal with that. More than likely, she probably would get blocked. That shit cut out. More than likely, she probably would get blocked. Or she would just simply get ignored. But if I really didn't love myself like that, guess what I'm going to do? Try to convince her to talk to me and all this other shit like the rest of these dudes be doing. Or the rest of the females do with the men. You get my point? Let's just stick to, let's just say, not saying that, I don't know how to put this. Because really it's every race. But let's just say, let's hypothetically say let's just hypothetically use black race as an example, right? Most women in my race, right? Especially if they get hit on by a lot of guys, right? They want you to act like this gangster or some other shit that God doesn't want me to act like. So now I got a choice to make, right? Do I do what the devil want me to do and act like this low vibration teenager that I've already overcame and outgrew that attract females? Or do I do what God do? Or let's break it down like this. From far as a woman, it don't matter what race you are, right? Do you show more of your body to get attention from men? Or do you not do it and attract the men to actually see the potential of you not doing that? You're going to get way more men and likes if you show the body, yeah. That's the devil's way. But the God's way, you're not going to get as much attention, but you're going to get the right attention. You got a choice to make. I'm not about to be some nigga. Man, stop it, man. I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody else, but I've outgrown that. You're not about to make me act 15 for your panties to get wet. That's why a lot of them pick the wrong guys. And then cry later and like, there's no good black man. Yeah, there is. You just don't like it. Because the devil has put you in a trance. Music has put you in a trance. Same thing with the men who like whores instead of good women. It's the same thing. And y'all not about to get me put in that trance. I'm too mature for that shit. I don't want to mark up my body. I think tattoos look cool and shit. That's some cool shit that dudes be doing to their body. But I'm not doing it. Most High said don't carve on your body. I already do enough sin. I don't really give a fuck about tattoos, so why the fuck would I do that? Just to attract females. Nah, fuck that shit, man. And I'm not knocking it. I think it looks sweet, but I'm not doing it. I'm not wearing no tight jeans just so you, with glitter on it, just so you'll think I'm attractive. I'm not doing it. I'm not smoking weed. Nothing wrong with smoking weed, but I'm not doing it just so you'll like me. Or drink just so you'll like me. Or say nigga every 5 seconds just so you'll like me. It's not happening. You know why? Because I love myself, for one. And for two, the right woman is not even going to. The right woman is actually going to like the fact that I don't do these things. Not that I do it. Same thing with the right man. He's going to like the fact that you don't show your body. Not that you do. People don't get it though, man. It is what it is, man. I'm out this motherfucker, man. Y'all, man, love yourself. Start to love yourself. Hopefully you do find somebody. But if you don't, the best love is yourself anyway. And it's the only real, authentic, unconditional love. Everything else has some type of condition on it. I don't care what anybody say, except for maybe your children and your children, and maybe, yeah, your children. Maybe your grandparents, maybe your brothers. And then maybe your lovers. But that's it, man. Love yourself, man. Because a lot of people out here, they not loving, man. And all it's going to do is stop you from being great in life. Stop you from being able to do what you want in life. What if I let a woman destroy me to the fact I got child support, I ain't got license no more because I want to party and drink and all that shit, look cool in front of women, doing dumb shit. What if I let that destroy me, right? To the point that I can't be going to an island or something. What if I meet the right woman on an island? You don't know. Just saying, you don't know. You might meet the one you was meant to meet on how do you know? But if you're going the wrong way in life, you ain't going to know. Plus, life is too short to be worried about some narcissistic female or male that's making you feel bad and sad and drained and wanting to cry and shit. Fuck all that. But people are going to keep doing it because they feel they can't live without this person. But if they're not careful, the person's going to be the reason why they can't live. You should never be caught up in a person that fucking much. It took me a long time to get it, but now I do get it. Even though if I had a girlfriend, right, I would do anything I possibly can for her. But the moment she started doing funny shit or fucking another guy or something, I gotta leave. I gotta have that self-love to walk away. Or I gotta have enough self-love to, I know she really want that guy, so I'm not about to, she can go ahead, I ain't gonna fuck with her. Instead, what do a lot of people do? They try to get that girl. You know that girl wanted that dude instead of you, but you want to convince her to like you. Fuck that. Fuck that. I want the woman to like me from jump. I ain't got time for that. Because I feel I'm the best. And the right woman gonna feel I'm the best. So what is all this convincing people try to love y'all about, man? Most people are only here for what they can gain from you. Attention, sex, money, etc. It ain't got nothing to do with no fucking love. Y'all gonna learn the hard way though, I guess. I'm not saying don't look for love. Well, you shouldn't look for it at all. I'm not saying reject it. But don't be going out looking for it, man. You just gotta let God be God. And you be you. You become great and let God be God. And everything should fall in place. There's a reason why old girl didn't like you or old dude didn't like you. Or y'all fell out. There's a reason. It is what it is. Even if the reason is them being dumbasses, it is what it is. They chose to jump off the ride. You was on the ride. This is the ride of life. You come with me. I got you. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Come with me. Be my woman. She started looking over here and over there. Let me out the car. Okay, get out. Get out. That's her problem. That's her choice. Same thing with a dude. He want to start fucking other women. Get out the car. Get out the car. Keep moving. Like Jay-Z said, I move forward. The only direction. You can't be scared to fail. That's the problem. People are scared that if I leave the narcissist, I'm going to die. It's all about fear. And you only have fear because, remember, they said the devil is the fear. What the fuck is this? And you have fear because you lack faith in the Most High. How can you have fear if you believe in God? If you really believe in God, what you want to fear? Why you fearing? God got me, I ain't worried about it. You better hurry up and get married, dog. You this age and that age, I ain't worried about it. If God wants me to be married, I'll be married. Plain and simple. Why I gotta worry about that? There's other things I need to be worried about in life that I can control. Them things I can't control. That's what people are not getting, man. Once they hop off the ride, let them stay off there. And if they want to get back in the ride, they better prove not this little how you doing or this little just inbox you something. That's not proving that you trying to fuck with me again. Or you regret your choice. No. See, that's what a lot of them will do. They'll come back around and act like they the catch and they the prize and all. Nah, you thought I wasn't good enough. You want to come back, then you want to prove it. I didn't mean to fuck him and I'm sorry I cheated. Well, you're going to have to prove it for a long time. It ain't going to be just 1 month and it's all good. Nah. Because if they really sorry for what they did, they will prove it. They will make it up to you. To the point you be like, all right, that's enough. You done proved way more than enough. I really believe you now. I really think you're really sorry. But that's not what they do, is it? As soon as you let them back in, what they do? The same shit they did before. That's all they do. I'm out, man. It's nice back out. I'm about to enjoy the rest of my day.